The sun is sunning right now. Anywho, let me get the angles right. So y'all know I've been recording in the car, and I haven't recorded in the car in the last couple of days because the last car mount I had, which I've had for a very long time, broke. So let's talk about the power of motivation, or the power of inspiration. The power of inspiration. The power of inspiration. What do I want to say about the power of inspiration? For me, it is a place of, I'm not so easily inspired by other people. I'm often inspired by myself, but I do understand and I do hold space and I do recognize that people sometimes need that outward inspiration, that outward motivation. As somebody who has written, my teaching philosophy throughout my master's, because my master's in health science, concentrating in higher education, uh, in that time when I was doing my master's, those higher education courses, I learned how to write a teaching philosophy. And a big part of my teaching philosophy back then, I'm talking circa 2018, and now, is the fact that I still hold space and I still believe that if you can get people to a place where they are inspired, then you can ignite the fire in them to be intrinsically motivated. And intrinsic motivation is just that motivation that comes from within, that self-serving motivation, where it's like, oh, I don't need someone to tell me to do this. But I've often talked about, amongst my colleagues, where I sometimes don't understand how people count themselves out before they even give it a try, right? So for example, like me, there's nothing that I don't think I can do, even if it's things I've never done before. Like, there's nothing I don't think that I can do well, even if I've never done it before. And even if I don't do it well, I still hold space for myself to know that if I try again, I'll probably be better at it. Case in point, I'm very competitive. So something like bowling, I'll never forget. I went on like a first date to the bowling alley, and the guy was like, "Oh, did you do you like bowling?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like to think I'm like a bowling champ." And I get to the bowling thing, and I talk good. I talk a good game, I guess. So we get to the bowling thing, and I'm like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not great at bowling, but I like to think I am, so take it easy." Okay? Because he was bowling like he was in competition. I'm like, "Dude, take it easy." But anywho, there's nothing that I don't think that I can do well. And so when I'm talking to people, and I do understand and I do recognize some people need space to, organize their thoughts, or they need space to say, "You know what? This is where I'm at with it. This is what I'm thinking I should do. This is how I probably should do it." It's like, just do it. I just posted a TikTok, and for the motivational minute, just do it. Like, the time is going to pass anyways. Like, when people say I don't have time to do X, for me it's like, oh, are you not planning? Like, okay, for example, I'll give y'all an example. If someone says I don't have time, and I'm probably not going to use school, I love school, so I think you make time for what you want to make time for. But if somebody says, oh, I don't have time to, I don't know, I don't have time to pick up a new hobby, it's like, are you do you not plan on being here in the next few minutes? Like, picking up a hobby, most hobbies just require maybe 15 minutes of your time. Or I don't have time to read. Are you never not going to pick up a book to find space to read? Like, right now, I'm in a space where I don't want to read anymore. Now, it's one thing to say I don't have time. It's another thing to say you don't want to do it. Me, personally, I don't want to read any more self-help books. I'm now just reading for enjoyment and reading for research, because I'm teaching classes and I want to keep myself abreast on the content that I'm going to be exposing to. The sun is really trying to take me out here. I mean, look, it get into the skin, but the sun is really trying to have its way with me. Um, but with that being said, yeah, I just want to hold space for people that, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out before you even tried. And I was saying this to somebody, and I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. I don't understand how people, you scared to hop off the porch, but you ain't even tried yet. Right? It's like that, like that's what old people saying. But sometimes you just gotta take that leap of faith. The leap of faith is what you need, is all you need to really be motivated and find time to just do the thing. I understand connecting and creating community and having accountability partners or accountability coaches. I do understand that there's a need for that. But at some point, you want to be able to say, you know what, this is something I want to do. I'm going to take the necessary steps to do it. Maybe you might need somebody to tell you some steps. Okay, coaching is needed. But after a while, just like with any, I don't know, any game or whatever, any sport, there's a coach. The coach don't get in there and play for you. You got to get in the field. You got to get out there and play. So you gotta pay to play. You gotta invest that time so you can see a return on your investment. Anywho, with that being said, if this resonated with you, share this with at least one person. Remember, Black Girl Say Something airs an episode every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's some links in the description of this episode, this live. So interact with them, subscribe to our Patreon, follow us on TikTok, and of course, if you're seeing this, like, share, and subscribe right here on YouTube. Okay? Until next time, if y'all have something else y'all want me to drop a gem on, comment that, because I'm well versed. I got a few things I can say. Take care.